Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to fix your cast iron pots when they look like this. When you have rust and scars, okay? So this one I actually cleaned the other day and then I left it on the stove to heat and dry out. And I was on my way to work and I actually left it on the stove, and then when my husband came home from work he saw it, and so it kind of burnt a little bit. And this one is from cooking some rice and stuff inside of here in this skillet, and then I let the rice sit in here, and then we ate out of the pot, you know, fix the plate or whatever, and then refrigerator, and then we ate the rest of it. And then the next day, this is how my pot looked. So here we are. Don't mind that right there. That's just some avocado seeds soaking. Yeah, that's a video for another time. So what you're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to wash these. So just gonna wash them. Some water in there. Okay. Take some Dawn, this detergent, or you can use that one, doesn't really matter. And we're just gonna wash these. Bear with me, sorry, I don't have a stand, so I'm trying to use my phone and record this at the same time. So we're just gonna wash this pot. Doesn't even look the same. Alright, now for this one. Okay, so now that we've washed that, what you want to make sure you're doing is actually trying to get all of that rust off, washing it off. Okay, then we're gonna rinse it. Okay, so now that we have washed and rinsed our pots, now we're gonna dry them. How we're gonna dry them is you can either put them in the oven or you can put them on top of the stove. So what I want to do is I'm gonna put these on top of the stove. This is gonna just be faster. It's too high. And I'm actually using my big burner, well, my small big burner instead of my big burner, because I do have a smaller pot. And So I'm just gonna dry the bottom half with this towel. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me put the phone down because I can't do that with both hands. At the bottom, I'm gonna sit this pan on top of the heat. Sorry, I didn't catch that. And I'm just gonna let the heat dry all of that out, okay? And should take like a minute or two, maybe 3. You can also towel dry it and then put it on the heat and let it continue to dry out. But I don't do that. I just let it dry from all the heat all the way. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and dry the bottom of this one. So I'm just gonna dry the bottom of this one. Now that I have that one dried, you can see that this one is almost completely dry and it looks very icky, but it's still wet. So still want to let it dry all out, including the handle. So it looks like we got a little water there. Okay. And then we're gonna transfer this one to the heat. And I have my stove on high. Well, that's my timer for my beans that is soaking. See some lima beans. I did not want to do the I did not sit them in the fridge, take them out early enough to soak in the fridge, so I just did it that way, the fast way. So now that this is dry, well, almost dry, just take a little water right off the handle. What you're gonna do, I know that right there looks wet, but that's not wet. That is actually the coating that was on the pot and now off the pot, still on the pot and it's off the bottom. So just gonna move this from the heat. Make sure you have like a towel or something, because that is gonna be hot. And we're just gonna sit that down. We're gonna add the other one to the heat and let that one dry. Now, while this one is drying, we're gonna start the process on this one. So the towels today, we're gonna be using some Kleenex, and you're gonna need some oil. So I'm gonna be using this, and I'm just taking the top off here. You are going to just, oh, that was way too much, but that's okay because I gotta do 2 pots anyway. Now you're gonna use this and coat your pan. If you have a paintbrush or one of those kitchen fluffy brushes that people be using, you can use that. I had one, I don't know where it's at, so I'm just gonna be using this. You know, hopefully this does not break on me, because you should be using a paper towel. Okay, so while it's hot, I'm just gonna coat this pan. Make sure you get the edges. Alright, and now this one is almost completely dry. You want to make sure your pan is dry. Okay, has to be no water, because that's how you get the rust stains from the beginning. You see how they are coming back, but basically gone. That's how it's gonna look. I have like a little water spot right there. I'm waiting for it to disappear, and it's almost dry. This actually looks so much more wetter on my phone in the camera than it does in person. It's basically almost non-existent. So what we're gonna do, is I'm just gonna take this oil now, and I'm gonna coat this one. Sorry. Coat this one. So, yeah. I'm taking a new one. Grab some more of this oil out of here. Okay, we're gonna just finish coating this one. And normally when I do coat my pens, I normally coat top, bottom, handle, and everything. But I'm not gonna do that for this one. And now we're just gonna let the heat absorb this oil into the pan. We'll let the pan absorb this oil through the heat. Okay. Now I'm just gonna swap out these pans again one last time. My little one is no longer too hot. I can handle it with my hand. So I'm gonna just sit that one there while I grab this one. Take it off the heat. Place that there. And place this one on the heat. This one does still have a little bit too much oil in there, which is okay. Yeah, this is like sizzling over here. I hope I'm not like messing nothing up here on my cutting board. It's sizzling. I don't normally do that. I normally leave it on the stove. I mess on my cutting board. So yeah, so I'm just gonna take some more of this oil out because I don't want to have it too greasy. Okay. You're gonna let this heat absorb this oil. The pan absorb the oil through the heat. Doesn't take long, but you want to let it sit for a little minute. I normally put it in the oven. Let it sit at like, get it to like 275. Turn it off and put them in and let it the oven just cool down with them in there. It's perfect. So now I'm gonna turn that off. And I'm also gonna remove this one from the heat. Slide this one a little bit. And put this one back. And now you have almost brand new cast iron pots all over again. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.